So the time has finally come to list our house for sale. We got these guys out here, a round bale too. So the barn is good. We got the whole thing pressure washed. So welcome back to my channel. And for those of you that are new, welcome to it. So I'm in the barn right now because we are working on something right now in the back of the barn. We're actually cleaning up the back of the barn, but we are actually, like the title says, we have been going through a checklist and doing things to get ready to list our home and property. I know that's crazy, and what I mean by that is list it for sale. We moved in here in 2020, March 2020, so it's been officially 5 years that we've lived here, and I'll be honest, I really never planned to live here that long. I planned to live here maybe 3 years. Maybe I thought this was gonna be more of a stepping stone, and 5 years is still a stepping stone, don't get me wrong. But for the first time since living here, we are actually taking action to potentially list our home and potentially sell it. So we had a long list, like I said, and we've been working through it the last month. And I want to show you some things that we've already been working on, because like I said, we've been working on it already, and we are working on it right now, the back of the barn, in increments. There wasn't too many crazy things that we needed to do, but we wanted to look the very best that it can. You guys have seen its potential at some of the best that it has been, since a lot of this stuff was brand new that we built and created and set up. So we're kind of just getting some of these spaces back to their, original state as much as we can to get it ready to potentially list. And why I say potentially is for us to be able to move, we have to have another property in line. And as of right now, we currently don't, because there's not a lot of stuff in our area and we want to stay in the area. But I am hopeful and confident that something will pop up, and I want to be ready to sell this property so that I can move over and start over into the next property. So what that means is we have to do everything that we can around here to get it ready, to make it show ready quality to list it. So that's what we're doing. So without further ado of this long rant, you guys can ask more questions in the comments of why, but I will get into it another day. So let's first start, and I'm going to show you what we have done already, and then what Mike is currently working on that you guys can hear, and we'll get to that. So the first thing on our list that we actually did is we got our landscaping done. Well, the bushes were just cut and made sure that because they were like totally overgrown, cleaned up the weeds out of the mulching, got these trees shaped up, and yeah, that was like step number one. The last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna get the whole house and decks and everything pressure washed. We redid the back fence. So these used to be just 4x4 posts, and the fence was really terrible. So we matched this one to all of the other fencing that we have. So this is a brand new fence, and I know it's crazy you do all these things before you're about to list and such, and you don't get to live in them, but we needed this done regardless. So if we don't list or if we don't sell, we still needed the back fence fixed. So it matches everything else. The wire is nice and tight so the horses don't mess with it. It was just like such an old fence that we had here since basically we moved in. So that was done. We changed the back fencing a little bit when we did that because it was set up a little bit differently. And as you can see, this looks really new because it is. We just reused one of the boards that was already on here. All of our fencing up here is 4-board, and this was the only fence that wasn't, because he was waiting to do all of this. So we just matched that. So that's brand new. There was the 4x4 post on there. You switch the post out. So new fence. Again, if we don't sell our list, we needed it anyway. So that's done. But he has the back gate open because he's headed back there so we can work on our next thing that we're doing. So we're cleaning up the back here because it's just gotten so overgrown. It's been like a storage area for us, but obviously when we go to list our property and sell it, we want people to see the potential of what could be back here, how we normally keep it. And just ever since having the baby, some things that aren't super important to us have just been let go a bit, and this is definitely one area. And regardless if we don't list or sell, and I will continue to say that because the reasons why we wouldn't is if there's no other property for us to move to, we still want this cleaned up. We do this every single year, even sometimes twice a year, but we always do this before summertime, because during the summer this area will hold a lot of water, and we want to make sure that it doesn't flood all of our stuff, or it just is even more unmanageable to be back here. So we always do this anyways. A lot of the stuff that you're going to see us doing, like I've said multiple times, it's if we list, this will be good, but regardless, we still live here and we still want things to be, managed and looking good properly. The horses are just watching so unbothered as they eat their breakfast. Right now, he's just removing all of the main big stuff that we want to keep out from back here. So we do have a couple things like that we obviously want, like our wheelbarrow, mucking barrel thing, our spreader, some gates that I like to keep on hand. He's just moving those big things out that we're gonna keep, and then we'll eventually put them back in once it's all nice and organized and clean and graded. Taz, what are you doing? All of the main big stuff is picked up, so Mike moved the skid steer to go grab his bucket instead of the forks. Cats obviously have come out to see what's going on. So now you can kind of start to grade it and move more stuff like those and whatever else he needs to move, but with the bucket instead of the forks. He's coming back, guys. Better scram. Bye, Stella. And he's back with the bucket. Looking really good so far. He's gotten a lot of stuff out of here. He's working on getting the bricks out of here now. The back is pretty much back to normal. We put our mats down here and then just put everything back that needed to go. The spreader, this here. So we got everything put back. This is as good as I really need it, to be honest. I'm happy with it for now. I just need to actually come over here and grab this old feed bag. Okay. And with how the horses are set up now, we don't really have to use the back much for them going front to back because they just go out of their stalls now. Okay, so going back through, if we can see Mike up there, he is, hello. He's moving rocks out of the back pasture. We had some big rocks back there. I missed him, but there was boulders there and then a pile of boulders there that we removed, which I'm super happy about. Now for getting everything ready, which I needed to do this anyways, but I definitely need to do this before we do list. I need to do a full clean out of my tack room, which I'm actually gonna have a full video on that, but I'm basically gonna show you what it looks like before, and then you'll see what it looks like after. And if you wanna see what it looks like in depth, you'll need to watch the whole tack room clean out. It's been such a mess. So currently this is what it looks like. I had to purchase a new shelf and I actually got a metal one because I felt like it would hold up better in here. But since our old shelves basically deteriorated, we've been working out of bins, which honestly I'm scared to even touch those because bugs, but whatever. And then I have my collection of feed bags that I need to get rid of. But here's the full overview of how it looks in its current state. So we will get it all clean and you'll see what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so the tack room is complete. It's done, it's clean. I love it. I'm so happy that it's back to normal. So, looks awesome. So the time has finally come to list our house for sale, which is so crazy. So at the beginning of this video, I said, I think that we were possibly listing, and I have been filming this video for, I think, close to 2 months now, because we have rescheduled our pictures to list our house multiple times because we just didn't know what we were doing. And I felt like we just need to bite the bullet and we need to get it on the market. And we don't really have a plan. So we're not really sure yet what we're doing, but we are listing it. So we have done so much to the property to get it ready throughout this whole video and last couple months. So I want to show you everything that we've done. We had to do a lot of things like super speed, so I wasn't able to take you along the way of everything that we did, but for the most part. So let's go around and show you all the things. And of course the property looks like the best that it does right before you sell it, which is crazy to think about, that you don't fix all those things while you're living in it. So it's okay though, because if we don't end up selling it, then we'll just have it, you know, as what it is. So let me show you. Stella just made a guest appearance. So starting at the barn, I guess we'll just start here since I'm right here. As you guys know, the Tack Room. Mike's in here. But this is the results of the Tack Room. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go check it out of the whole deep clean of the Tack Room. Then we put the side-by-side back here, lawnmower, and just the haze back there. But everything is cleaned in here. All the stalls are nice and done. Cash, you're in the wrong stall. Stalls are nice and cleaned. Hi, Blaze. Back here, we've cleaned it up back here, mowed. Meaty and Beagle Boy. Hi, buddy. Oh, so cute. Such a mush. So we cleaned up pretty much back here. Stella Wella. Donkey stall is cleaned out. So the barn is good. We got the whole thing pressure washed. So the ducks come in here though, so they've made more drop markings, but for the most part looks good. There's not like any cobwebs in here. We did get a round bale, which we haven't done that in forever, but I wanted to alleviate some pressure on the grass. We have literally been in like a drought here, and we have gotten no rain, and it is May. We just got rain for the first time like a day and a half ago, so I want that to soak into the ground, get the horses off of it for right now. Then the back pasture, we burned our burn pile, which was there for a while, which I'm glad it's gone now. Mike cleaned the bank up with the skid steer around the pond, so it just looks better. There's still a lot of sticks back here, but it's fine. Move the hay feeder over here, so all good. And then the round pan we put back up, so it's nice and neat. Sells the vision. All this stuff just hangs out right here. And let's move on. We took down the pool fence, so it looks beautiful. This is my favorite part of our property, pretty much, is the pool and all this. So looks super good. We don't ever keep the pool gate down because of the baby, but just for pictures, so we'll put it back up tomorrow once the pictures are done today. But move some things around. We did get this deck all pressure washed, so it looks nice. As you guys saw in the beginning of this video, we did get the landscaping done, but like I said, it's been months since the very beginning of this video, so we just had some extra mulch and we kind of just laid it in some places. It's fine for what it is. No. So new mulch here, and then I got this new mat for right here, but I need to clean up right here because there was a different mat here, so I'll do that still. We got these guys out here, a round bale too. Jack, you don't need to be eating anymore. Take it easy. Hi, Dinky. Are you full? Chicken coop, we didn't really need to do much with this. It was fine. We just like cleaned up around it, made sure it was good. Then we did remove this little house over here because we just weren't using it anymore, so we did get rid of it. Hi, piggies. Nothing really with the piggies. And then we just did a nice fresh coat of black paint on the pig barn. Penelope's little house over here. The ducks are in here laying on an egg, so that's cool. But Penelope, hey girl. So that's it for the outside of the property, and we weed whacked every square inch of this place. So we're gonna go inside now, and I'll show you a couple things that we did to make sure the house looks nice and show ready. This is what the inside of the house looks like. We moved everything that we kind of kept right here for the baby, but I just have to move his rug. But anyways, this is how it's all gonna look. All right, you guys, well, that is it. The house should be listed in like a week or so because we're going on vacation. We're not gonna list it till after that. And then we'll just see how this unfolds. Like I've said many times, we have no idea where we're going next. I am just trying to see what happens. And if we don't sell, it's okay. I am so grateful for the property that I have. Of course, I want bigger land for the animals, and I am ready to move into a bit bigger house. We're just slightly outgrowing this house, but that's okay. If right now is not the time, we'll stay in it longer because it does everything that we needed to do. So I'm excited for what's to come. Hopefully, fingers crossed, something good is in store for us, but it's also bittersweet. We put so much into this house. We have like built it, so much of this property and renovations by hand. We have done pretty much everything from the land to the house. Everything has been completely redone on this property. So I'm excited to see it all pay off, which is, you know, really exciting. And I'm, you know, honestly, I'm just really proud of us and you guys for coming along the journey with us. And a lot of this wouldn't be able to have happened without the support of you guys watching my videos. So I'm so grateful that we have gotten to this point of 5 years later being in this property, in this home, to go to whatever's next for us. And like I said, hopefully something bigger, something better. But it's crazy and it's bittersweet, and I will definitely be sad when we have to depart from this place because it has served us well. We've gotten a lot of new additions here. We brought our baby home here. We got so many different new animals here. My soul dog is buried in the backyard. So a lot of connections to this place that I will definitely miss. But I'm excited for all the new memories that we will create in our next place. So if you guys are excited for this journey and to come along with us, or just liked watching us improve the house and the property for listing, make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. You're not going to miss what happens next and everything that we build next. So don't forget, put on your post notifications. All right, you guys, well, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.